So today I want to take the time to talk about the only possible sort of shortcut, or not the most important sort of shortcut I wish I had known about 10 years ago, 8 years ago, once I really got serious with my own self-development story, with my spiritual life, with wanting to have a fulfilled life. The most important shortcut that I wish I knew. I know this subject now is a subject that is very en vogue. I told you that I will also be focusing on subjects that in my eyes are by many great guys and coaches, are not, especially coaches for men, which I'm not. Now I remember something I want to say. I'm not a coach for men, I told you yesterday, but obviously I say things that are more interesting for awakened man, from spiritual man, because I'm a man, so I can say the best experience for men. But it's not only for men, this video, because there is a way girls can practice this as well. I will then at some point in the next days also get into topics that I don't feel like are at the moment so on vogue as this one, not used so much as this one, which take a look on another side, a more energetic side, like shadow work or energy work, or karmic stories, karmic energies, how you can quit karmic energies and stuff like this, energies to other people. But this one is something that I think, the one thing that I think, if I would have known the subject or felt the subject the way I feel it now, and if I would have had the strength to use this practice 10 years ago, then I think I would have been more than double as quick. This is just an estimation, but I never felt the topic. I never went into, even though I knew about the topic, but I never went to resonance. I never resonated with it as much as necessary to actually be focusing on this practice. There were different practices I focused on, but I think if I had, then it could have been possible that really would have made my life a lot easier, my fulfillment and my potential a lot higher and quicker. So I want to give it to you. So maybe if you go and you feel the subject, if you resonate with the subject, you can use it now, and then like this you can take something like a shortcut. You might be a lot quicker. And the subject that I'm talking about is called semen retention. Semen retention, as in the word, it says it's about retaining your seed. Yes, it has to do with sexual energy. There are two different practices that are on vogue right now. The one other practice that is even more famous, it's called no-fap. No-fap means to not masturbate, especially to not masturbate to porn. And semen retention is to actually practice to retain your seed. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that also while sex and also while masturbating, of course, if you need to masturbate. Even though I don't in this way, because I will come to the subject one a little later, but it doesn't mean that you retain it all the time. As I said, it's a practice. You will have your individual way of practicing it. But it's especially important in this practice to have a consciousness on what it is about. What is your way of doing it, even though you need to be careful to not lie to yourself to make life easier. Like if I knew about my journey now, I'm doing it for about 1 year. I've been practicing this practice. There were times where I thought, maybe once every 2 weeks, it makes it easier, because obviously you're very horny once you start practicing it, but it is not true. This is probably first subject. The biggest problem about it is the edge you get. I'm still learning, like I'm not totally, it's not totally easy, this practice for me yet, but the necessary need is to use this energy, this is a sexual energy, to then let it flow through your body and be able to put it into different project of yours, into the project of your fulfillment, into your life, yeah. But I will now go on to NoFap. Why is NoFap in a way also important? Because we are very, very over-sexualized. We are born into this world, and we know this very sexualized world with naked girls on any newspaper, on the internet, on walls for like a advertisement, and then on Instagram, TikTok, and we're used to it. And I never really had a big obviously I always reflected that something ain't right about it, but I never had a really big reflection and thought about it, how sick this actually is, how it is actually not that normal, yeah. If you compare us now to people that lived 3,000 years ago, the richest people couldn't see in a lifetime as many naked women as I can see now in 10 minutes if I scroll through the internet, yeah. And I don't know, and it's also men, they don't talk about it so much, but I was highly addicted to porn. My brain was very over-sexualized, and this obviously, it makes the experience, the intimate experience with a woman, can make it very unnatural, because you're used to this really strong images, this fake images as well, and obviously it's hard then to get them out of your mind and to have a real intimacy and a real connection, yeah? So this is why it is important to, or not important, but part of this practice, and I'm still practicing it. I still have setbacks and stuff like this, is to, get away from porn. This generally, apart from is something that is, I'm 100% sure, this normal porn that we are used to, there, it's just unhealthy for us, for the world. There is I don't see any big real things that I don't see anything positive in it, yeah. And then the second thing, this is more regarding semen retention, when you're actually making it to a spiritual practice to retain your seed. Why? Because this is something, what I mean, it's something that I can, it's hard for me to explain you. I will explain it, but it's you need to try to actually understand what it means and how much impact it has. You have so much more energy, you feel healthier, you feel happier, you feel like life is easy, you enjoy doing the hard things. This is like the closest, without any meditation, without any other kind of practice that I could ever get to enlightenment. Just being my day, enjoying my day, having energy for days, and wanting also the urge to actually want to create my life, to want to fulfill myself. Yeah, this got a lot easier, a lot stronger, and a lot more natural once I didn't waste my life energy, because this is also why actually it makes sense on an energetic level. You are actually making babies with your sperm, yeah, they're meant to make life, and we are wasting it like day by day. Like sometimes I would have wasted it, I would have fed like 4, 6, 7 times a day, especially when I was drunk the night before, and just retaining this, yeah, just it's a different life. And that's why I say this is the biggest shortcut that I could have thought that I could think I could have had if I knew about this practice 8-9 years ago, and I would have been strong enough, which is another subject, and to actually fulfill this practice, then many of my goals I could have reached earlier. I also think I would have enjoyed life much more. I also think I would have been in my masculine energy much easier. My relationships would have gone better. I think this is the biggest shortcut, and every spiritual man who actually wants to grow, who wants to live his full potential, his fulfilled life, should in a way be conscious of this practice. The way you practice it, in the end, it's then your decision. I can say in another video how I practice this, but it keeps on changing. But I actually really don't masturbate or anything at all, and I also try, try not to waste it, let's put it that way. I tried, even with sex, I don't want to waste it, and I practice it, how not to, but this is another subject. And I think it's the right way to not waste it unnecessarily. Maybe, yeah, if you want, once a month, once every 2 months, you can spill it. But yes, I think, yeah, as it had such a great impact, it changed my life hugely. Like, the impact is the biggest impact of any of my spiritual practices that I have ever had. And for me, that's why I say it would have been the biggest shortcut. And you don't need a coach for it. You don't need you just need to be conscious of this practice and do it. Yeah. But then also it takes a lot of discipline and a lot of strength, and it needs to resonate with you. So maybe I wouldn't have been ready for it if I hadn't done, for me personally, done all the shadow work that I had to do before, all the energetic work. But yeah, if I could have chosen 8 years ago, which was the one thing that you would have liked to have practiced, I would have chosen this. Yeah, so the energy impact is very deep. The impact of your happiness is very, very, very big. And yes, as I said, it's obviously very much for men, what I'm talking about, but I'm also, and this is something also not many coaches mention, I also think about the desexualization and this to once get fully back to your natural self and your natural view of sex. I think it would be celibacy for some time, and consciousness of celibacy, of desexualization, of consciousness of this would also help girls a lot. There are channels of females, of women that are practicing celibacy, and they also say it has a great impact on their energy level, on their health level and stuff like this, just like semen retention. So this is something girls and women can also focus on. And yes, I'm not saying I'm not saying celibacy is anything for me. I feel like real and true and beautiful intimacy is the right way. Totally. It can also be sexualized in a way, and I don't make rules about this, and I'm not but I also think that a way of a consciousness of how sick, in what kind of a sick world we have been put in regarding this subject is necessary. So this is pretty much all for it. Yeah, the next videos will be probably not quite a subject that is not quite that much on vogue. I wish you a